Hi, I'm Fairy, and today on Naked Skincare, I want to talk to you about product reviews. Now, if you buy anywhere online or if you browse online, you will see product reviews. If you look at Instagram or you look at YouTube, you will see product reviews. Now, product reviews can help you decide whether a product is good or not. And particularly on places like Amazon, I like to look at the percentage of people really happy with the product. And even when you're reading negative reviews, you sometimes have to take them with a grain of salt. Sometimes they're complaining about something that isn't about the product. It got broken in shipping. Okay, that's a shipping issue, and you go back to your vendor and you ask for a replacement. It's that simple. That's not a problem with the product per se. You'll see sometimes reviews of people who don't use the product correctly and then complain when the product doesn't do what they expect it to do. And sometimes it's people that have they've had expectations of the product without looking at what it does or doesn't do. I used to own a retail business, and I would say probably 90% of our complaints were from people who didn't read the information about the product. I tried to be very clear about what it was and wasn't, what it did do and what it didn't do, but inevitably you would get people who would go, I don't like it because blah. And yes, we offered an unconditional refund, but it was a little bit frustrating as both a manufacturer and a seller to have people complaining about your product because they didn't do their homework. So that's the first thing. When you're going to buy a product, you need to do your homework. You need to read a full product description. If there are certain ingredients that you want or you avoid, then you need to read that. There are ingredients that I avoid. Okay, hyaluronic acid. I love it. I'm really, really picky about it. So I make my own hyaluronic acid serum exactly to the specifications that I want. But I don't want hyaluronic acid showing up in other products like my serums or my cleansers or my moisturizers. And it is so ubiquitous in everything these days that I really have to read labels. Because again, I'm very picky about my ingredients. Yes, I am definitely a skincare junkie, but I'm also pretty picky. So I read reviews, I read ingredients, I read descriptions, and you have to learn to read between the lines. One of my huge pet peeves, particularly with food, is people that, companies that intentionally try to mislead you with food ingredients. Crystallized cane juice. That's sugar. That's just white sugar, crystallized cane juice. Or the other one is palm fruit oil. That's coconut oil. There are some people who believe coconut oil is the savior of us all, and other people who think it's a demon. But to disguise it, that's not right. And I do not buy from companies that do that. That's just one of my pet peeves. And the same thing goes with skincare, is I really read ingredients and I read between the lines. Now, there's a lot of pressure on consumers and influencers to give products good reviews. People are offered free products. In the past, people have been paid for good reviews, but there's a lot of push for good reviews. Products want to launch with a whole spate of good reviews, so that's why so many PR packages are sent to influencers. And one of the things that I decided early on when I decided to start this and do my little mini product reviews is that all of my products that I review are going to be things I've bought either directly or through something like my subscription boxes, my skincare and beauty boxes that I get, because I don't want to feel like I'm obligated to say something nice about a product that I just don't like. So there's a lot of pressure for good reviews, but there's a couple things you need to remember when you're looking at reviews. First of all, remember that skincare is a very individual thing, and what works great for me might not work so good for you. Some of this is obvious. Okay, here's an example. With my skin tone, I look really great in the color white. But Off-white, beige, ecru makes me look kind of washed out. But my tiny child, she's got beautiful autumn coloring. She often says that if it shows up in nature, it will look good on her. White makes her look washed out, but off-white colors, creamy colors, they just make her glow. Now, there's nothing wrong with wearing the color white, and there's nothing wrong with wearing the color beige, but it doesn't mean that they're suited for everyone, and the same is true for skincare. And I want to give you two examples that are true for me. The first is a product I use regularly. It's a Neutrogena's Oil-Free Acne Wash. It is a grapefruit, and it's got salicylic acid in it. And I use this several times a week, and I love it. Even though I don't have acne issues, I find that regularly using salicylic acid, which is a BHA, and kind of loosens up the dead skin cells at a lower level. I find this a critical part of my exfoliation routine. Really important. And on top of that, I love grapefruit. Absolutely love it. When you read the reviews for this product, you will find they pretty much divide up into two camps. People love it and swear it has saved their skin. People hate it and swear that it's destroyed their skin. I've read articles that tell you that this is one product you should absolutely never use. And then I've seen articles that tell you that this is an essential product and you definitely want to use it. These are based on personal experience. This might not do my skin well if I used it twice a day every day. I don't. I use it several times a week. Again, that's what my skin likes, okay? It might not do for your skin. You maybe shouldn't use it at all. And it's one reason that I really like, again, the Beauty Box subscriptions where I can do trial sizes. But if a product doesn't work for you, it doesn't mean the product is bad. It just means it's not suited for you. And you need to remember that when you're reading reviews or watching reviews. Another skincare product, one of my favorite YouTubers that I watch is Wayne Goss. Such an inspiration to me with his straightforward honesty. And like a lot of influencers, he periodically does videos on these are products that I tried that didn't wow me, these are products I hate, these are products I want to use that I quit using. You get the picture. But he did one on product brands that just didn't wow him. And one of them was Origins. And he said, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. It just didn't do anything for me. I didn't see anything in it that just wowed me. Ironically, a few days later in one of my Beauty Box subscription, I got a small trial size of the Checks and Balances Origins Cleanser. And I thought, well, we'll see. And I have a lot of cleansers. Again, I'm a junkie. I like to use a variety of products. But I tried this and I fell in love with it. I found that most of Origins products, they have very pleasant aromas. A lot of them are citrusy. I haven't found any that I don't like, but some I like more than others. This just, I mean, it is a frothy facial wash, and it's so much fun. I have to be really careful when I use it because I get so excited with all the frothiness, whether I'm doing it with my fingers or one of my devices, that sometimes I end up with bubbles up my nose and I have to be really careful with my eyes. I just have so much fun with it. And I have to tell you that I love every Origins products that I've tried, whether it's moisturizers, whether it's facial scrubs or cleansers, whether it's a mask. I bought their advent calendar this year so I could try more of the line. I love them. Again, I'm a sensualist. I love the feel and the smell of products, and Origins just like hits all the right boxes for me. Does that mean Wayne was wrong? No. It's his preference. Does that mean I'm an idiot for liking these products? No. It's about preference. So the fact that someone else doesn't like something that you like, it doesn't mean anything. My mother loves lima beans. I hate them. My husband hates cabbage. I love it. Okay? Products are the same way. Clothes are the same way. It's about preference. Yes, you want solid science behind it, but your major brands are going to have solid science behind it. And if you stick to the solid brands, whether it be drugstore brands, department store brands, or the premier brands. You're not going to go too much wrong. The real question is going to be whether it suits your skin or not. One of my early reviews was for Sunday Riley's Ice. Really excited to get it and try it, and then I hated it. When my daughter, my youngest daughter, came home from college for Christmas break, I handed it and said, I really don't like this, but you know, she's going to school in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and so while I have 60 to 70 degree days during the winter, she has like 10 to 20 degree days. She tried it and went, oh mom, this is the best stuff ever. Again, the problem wasn't the product. It didn't suit me, it suited her. So when you read reviews, when you watch them, remember, you have to make up your own mind. For the most part, there's no good or bad product. It's whether it suits you, your skin needs, and also your personality needs. Again, I like skincare. I'm very picky about texture. I like things that smell good. We all have our preferences. I don't like anything that's heavy feeling on my skin. I don't like things that sit on my skin. So you have to make up your own mind. So I just encourage you, when you watch reviews, when you read reviews, that you kind of take it with a grain of salt. And remember, what suits one person might not suit you. And what one person dislikes might become your favorite product. And don't stop looking for the best fit for you. If you've been using a product a while, you might want to try something new, because there are constantly new launches, and you might find something you like even better. But remember, whatever products you're using, just keep doing it, because skincare is healthcare.